Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, and also welcome back to Steelers Dynasty Podcast. We're another week. Nothing's really happening. So we're going to bring in Shane and Bubba to see what is going on. Fellas, I'm stuck in this rumor stuff, but nothing overall has happened yet, right? We're still in the combines. The combine was over. It's done. I saw bits of it. I know Bubba didn't want to watch. That's fine. Shane saw bits of it, but we're still now waiting for next week for the free agent period. So we're going to talk about today the combine, draft, and free agent. We're going to talk about everything before it all happens. What's going on, fellas?
I feel like this is the Steelers National Enquirer, and everything that people say, you're going to laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Before I got on, I just read an article that somebody wrote that the Steelers, if Minkah Fitzpatrick gets released, that the Steelers will pick him up. Please, somebody else. Hopefully they read. I can't be the only guy to read that article. Come on.
Yeah, the money has to be right, though. I mean, he'd be a good backup.
They can't trade for him. They can't trade for him. But if he gets released, I just read it, and I'm like, please, somebody else in the chat or something. I can't. I just read it. I swear to God, I'm not making this up.
So that's legit. So if Minkah comes back to the Steelers, that would obviously be a need. But I do find this is what they kind of do all the time. They kick the can down the road. I want to see them get younger at so many positions.
A lot of positions.
So,
well, I'll tell you what. There's two things I want to talk about tonight, and I'm gonna dangle a little carrot out there for everybody who's watching. Okay,
I like carrots. I do.
I used to do some analytic work, believe it or not, for the Steelers, for the Army.
Ooh,
and
for the Steelers?
No, for the Army. But I stopped being a lazy shit, and I spent about 45 minutes kind of looking into some things, and I don't know. I think I have a way forward for the Steelers, and I think there's some telling things in the past 24 hours that Steelers have done to give us an idea of what's going to happen.
We've got an hour show, Shane, so we're going to draw this out.
Well, I'm going to draw it out, but that's coming up.
You're dropping a bombshell on us right now.
That's going to come later on, second half of the show. But now,
I'm so inquisitive on what you took for. You died
45 minutes.
You investigated the situation.
I spent about 45 minutes just kind of doing some processes I used to use back in the day, and it's showing two paths, and more likely the one path is.
Are you talking about Robert Frost?
I'm talking about Ron and the future of the Steelers.
Oh, so you're talking about Robert Frost. Okay.
So no, first of all,
it was icy this morning.
It was icy as shit. What did you think of the facilities for the Steelers draft party?
Oh, okay. I want to go into that first. Because you fellas went there. I saw on Facebook, and if you haven't known yet, we'll probably be promoting this each and every time. We are going to Benjamin Franklin's Tap Room and Grill, also / History Museum. No, not really. But NFL Draft 26, 23rd, 25. We're doing Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I saw on Facebook. Looks pretty cool. Looks like a big shed. Looks like a big shed. And I do like the outside part too, where maybe on the Saturday we can sit outside and have a few beverages on the lawn there or something like that. I don't know, get a football, throw the pigs in, do that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it looks pretty cool. And you guys said that we're going to have 50 people, maybe. I reckon the more we promote and talk about it, I think people will turn up. Even the local area will turn up.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's 50, if we could get 50 folks.
It was packed when we got there. Me and Shane got there. We got set, like we said yesterday, it was an hour wait. And if we have something going on in the back, there was a lot of people that had Steeler hats and Steeler shirts on in this bar when they were getting something.
Now, I got a few questions to try and figure this stuff out. Was the owner going to do any drafting anyway? What was he going to do?
No.
Nothing.
It's not a sports bar. It's just like a restaurant and bar that has about, I don't know, 30 drafts on tap?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go through all of them, Mark, and test them out.
I'm not a huge fan of craft beer, though.
Yeah, I
like some, but some of it's like they put too many things in it. If they make it taste really funny and
barley,
strange,
apple barley
shit. Yeah, no, I just want a beer. But okay, so we're pretty much going to take over and invite as many Steelers fans as we can.
Yeah.
And of course, they'll still have the restaurant going too, but we want our little side being draft stuff. So
we're out in the back. They shouldn't bother
we're
us.
Isolated.
We had a nice place.
Yeah, we're isolated. We're kind of secluded. Okay. We have our own little area.
I guarantee you some of those people will be looking their head in and saying, hang on, what's happening in here?
Well, when me and Shane were doing the video, people were actually eating and actually looking and watching us cut the video that we put on the Dynasty channel, like real quick, talking about some stuff. And I was waving. And they waved back, and I'm like, they're probably like,
if it's a restaurant in there's different areas, I think that we may gain some attention, and we'll say, hey, yeah, we're here tomorrow too. What, and Saturday? Yeah, we're here Saturday as well. Yep. Grab a Steeler jersey, come down and have a conversation. And I can't wait because we're doing the podcast live, and we're going to have a fourth chair available. Sometimes we may not even be there. We might choose 3 random strangers to run it, so we can take a piss. Bubba can't hold his piss this time. For 6 hours.
Well, 7 hours was a long time last year.
What you don't know is Tammy sits there right by the table and just holds onto his penis so he doesn't piss himself.
She wraps it up in a bow. She ties it up in a bow.
And the thing of it is, from all the shows Bubba's done, Tammy's hands look like bricklayers. They're big meat hooks from just holding his sausage all the time.
That's a different kind of show.
Oh, that's a show that makes stars out of all of us, I guess.
Yeah, but like so we're going. We have a draft party set. And I think Thursday will be one of the biggest days. Hopefully we can get everyone there. And if you are from both YouTube channels, you know us for like a long time, 3-4 years. If you are heading out to Pittsburgh, try and come at least one day and say hello.
I'm thinking if I'm coming to Pittsburgh and I'm one of you guys in the chat, I would come on the Friday or Saturday and spend some time with us. Enjoy what's going on in Pittsburgh. Thursday, pick a day like Thursday and Friday, or Thursday and Saturday. Go to Pittsburgh. Spend at least one day with us. You'll need the respite, and also it's going to be a little lighter on your pocketbook.
Yeah,
buying shit down there.
Yeah, you could do the Saturday where it's day 3 and we're having a bit of a laugh and a yarn, because I'm looking forward to it because we could do podcasting like this in person, and we also need to eat some good food, meet some good people, and we're meeting people in the chat.
Food was good. The food was good. Like the ribs just came right off the bone.
I do like that. I do like when those ribs just seem to fall off. You know, did you get the meat sweats, Bubba? Did you get the meat sweats?
No, I got pretzel sticks.
Oh, okay.
Pretzel sticks, and then I got this thing. They had baked potato chips, and then they put like stuff like vegetables on it. It was I thought it was like a nacho grande kind of thing. And the burger that Shane had looked good. And Hayden got ribs, and Tammy got ribs, and then
chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo looked good too.
Shane, feel free to say no, and also your sons can say no too. Can we line your sons up to play backs on backers and see who wins? Maybe.
Yeah, but my older son, what'll happen is my older son will do it for a little bit, but my younger son is getting so rough that they just get into a fight. So
okay, maybe
just let my son go up against anybody. He's gained about 15 pounds from Christmas. So
yeah, he's smart. Hayden was telling us, Hayden was like, hey, you guys need to get like you need to do this like in the social media world, and you need to have like, make sure you put stuff out there so people come. There's no catering, Gene. You got to buy your own. Yeah.
We're just everyone basically we do the same thing in Australia. Invite all your mates to the pub. Everyone come there, have a good time. We've got the watch party. We'll have TVs on, sound on, stuff like that. We'll be doing podcasting too. And then you just meet everyone, and anytime you see someone with a Steeler jersey, just talk to them and say hello. And I think this would be a good atmosphere.
I'll probably, depending on who RSVPs, if say Friday we get 30 people that RSVP, or the day that we have the most, I'll probably spend some money and get some like a big thing of chicken fingers catered, for a couple $100, and that is all for everyone to eat. And then you can have a tab or whatever you want to do. But it depends on how you guys RSVP. I need you guys to RSVP either in the chat or email Bubba at his Gmail account.
Yeah, because they have to make sure that the manager said he wants to make sure he has staff, and you have to order food, what I mean, and beer and stuff. And look, this is I think COVID. Look, I'm out of the bar business. I used to be in the bar business for many, many years. Bars aren't open all night like they used to be in this area. In my Indiana County, they are not open all night, hardly ever. Bands play till like 10 o'clock now instead of like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a totally different aura. And a lot of people around here watch the Steelers at their house. I don't go to the bars to watch the games, or I watch them here. Well, we do live streams, but I was always doing stuff at my house for years. So it's a little different. It's a little different environment. The place is spectacular. The parking lot was packed when I pulled in there. I mean, it was packed the whole way around. The outside looked phenomenal. They have weddings there. The place where we're in the back. There's 4 TVs at the bar with all those draft systems in the back. And you can see the TVs, and we can set up a table and do the podcasting and have get the merchandise and stuff, because we're going to get shirts ordered and koozies and stuff like that. And people can take pictures, and I mean,
gift baskets.
Yeah. I've never done this before. Putting on a wrestling show is different than doing a live podcast at a bar for 3 days straight. And and Mark's coming. We told him, we go, well, Mark's coming. We have a guy who does a podcast, Steeler podcast from Australia. He's coming over. He's like, really? I'm like, oh yeah, this is. And then he was Googling the podcasts on his phone, the general manager.
Then he came back a little bit excited that, we weren't making this up.
Yeah. I think they thought we were making this up.
Yeah, right. And so they haven't charged, and there's no cover fee or nothing like that?
No, they didn't charge us anything. They just gave us.
That just seems like good old America.
I got the reservation. We got the reservation to hold it for us. And if there's more people, just to let them know. I told them I'll be there by 7 o'clock. I'm going to get off work. It's an hour and 20 minutes from my house. It's a straight shot.
That's cool. Because sometimes some of these big bars will just charge you because you're taking the space up, even if no one turns up.
Right.
So that's a win right there. Because I'm trying to develop that culture too here in Australia. I'm trying to find an Australian bar to get the same thing. Not that I'll be doing it for this one for the draft, but maybe for the Melbourne game or something like that. I want to find a bar and meet up with Steeler fans in the bar, and they'll charge you like $30-$40 per person just to stay in there. So that connection you have with the owner. What was the owner's name? Do you know his name?
I never met the owner. I just talked to the manager and then the general manager.
I think it was Gene. Was it Brian or Gene was the general manager? He was a former IUP student, so he used to go to school right down the road.
Yeah, sounds good. I reckon too. Yeah, if we promote it as best we can, and you guys turn up if you want to, be like one day, tell all your friends and stuff like that. We might get a crew of 20, 30. We did it last time. One of the first times we met up is Steelers versus Ravens, and there was 6 of us, and that was pretty fun too. Meeting you.
It was brutal. It was brutal.
Brutal game.
It was a brutal game when he fumbled the ball, because when Russell Wilson fumbled the ball, everything was good till then.
I'll never forget that play. That was awful.
Yuli was gone. I turned around. He was gone, looking in. Gone.
But that was only 6 of us. So if we can get a bunch of like 10, 15, 20, 25 people all in one area, celebrate Pittsburgh. And like Shano said, how the fuck are you going to park in the city? Like, that is going to be a mess.
I don't know how they're going to do it. I really don't.
And here's the thing. If you guys want to park there and then drive down, there's a lot of different spots you can park the car and not worry about it being messed with, and guys ride down as a group. Whatever you guys want to do, we'll do everything we can.
40 minutes from Heinz Field. 40 minutes from that's not far. That's not a lot. I mean, I don't know what they're going to be doing in Pittsburgh. I don't even want anywhere near it. You're going down, Mark. It's going to be the craziest.
I'll try at least one day. I'll try one day somehow, some way.
Yeah, you're more ballsy than me. I have no desire.
Shane's going to let me borrow his motorbike, I think.
Yeah. Well, probably what we'll do is, we'll drive down, slow down, and push Mark out like it's like you're dumping a body in the bush in Australia.
Just drop me off, and I'll think, where am I? What's going on? No, it's coming very close, fellas. Like next week we have that could be true. If you guys, we could maybe try and organize stuff like this on our Discords and Facebook and stuff like that, party bars from here to here. I think we'll sort it out over 3 days. I think we're going to have a good little people there. That's going to make a lot of fun. But we're getting involved now in the free agency. So things are coming very quick. Shana, do you want to drop the bombshell now? or do you want us to talk a little bit about some of the free agents?
I'll drop it now, and I have my notes. I actually put
bomb
notes down.
on us.
So here's
baby.
the thing, guys. I don't know if you know this, but with the combine coming to Pittsburgh, Steelers have, seemed like they've been focusing on wide receivers, and why not? It was discussed today in the news that if Aaron is to come back, there's some criteria that has to be met. Okay, so they've had formal and informal interviews with key personnel. Now I have it all written down so I don't miss any folks, but the people that they have met with, this guy's going to go way too high in the draft. There's no way in hell. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that the Steelers get Carnell Tate from Ohio State. He's probably one of the best wide receivers in the group. Now, Casey Concepcion from Texas A&M is another receiver. Might be a little too high. Going to be going a little too fast, and they might not get him. Makai Lemon at USC, a real lanky receiver. He might be in the mix for the Steelers. Now, here's where it gets kind of strange. They met with Carson Beck, Miami's quarterback, Drew Aller, Penn State's quarterback, and Ty Simpson, Alabama's quarterback. Okay. We all know that the key need is at receiver, but they also looked at Carnell Tate, OSU, Denzel Boston, Washington. There's no chance in hell they're getting that stud. Jordan Tyson, Arizona, possibility to get him. Antonio Williams, Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana. His stock went through the roof. I don't know why they met with him. He's going to go first 5. But, I have a bunch of other names here, but the quarterbacks with Drew Aller, Carson Beck, and Garrett Neumiser from LSU, the fact that they're meeting with these quarterbacks makes me think.
Can I guess it? Can I guess it?
Shoot.
I think they're going to trade up.
They're trading up for a quarterback or a receiver. Meeting with those, they're meeting with guys.
How many was that? Like 9 players they met with who they can't get?
Well, I'm talking the receivers. There's a lot of stud receivers this year. If you're going to grade each position group, I would say receivers have the best talent. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to see the Steelers trade up for a key receiver, because the drop off from the 10th receiver to like the 6th or 4th or 5th, there's not much of a drop off. It's a great value for the Steelers if they were to select a receiver in the 3rd round. There's just so many talented receivers out there. Now, quarterbacks, whole nother story. If they're willing to trade up, they're going to be getting, I think, a quarterback. Now, why would they be getting a quarterback? Why would they be wanting to trade up? Is Will Howard not the guy? Well, he might be the backup, or he might be the starter, and they're going to draft a backup, because guess what? It doesn't look like Aaron's coming back, just based on what I've read.
Bombshell.
That's it. I don't. Those are the 2 paths. One path is life is normal. Everything's good. Number 8 is back, Aaron, but Aaron has to have a receiver. They want to see the free agent market, a stud come in, a veteran that can catch a ball for him, come to the Steelers, sign. The history for the past 2 years, they haven't been able to entice someone in. Now, it's
nobody
not
wants
because
to come in. No big name wants to, come in out of free.
There's no family. There's no room for family activities. There's only 5 shitters.
There's only 5
so why
shitters.
would you want to come to the Steelers?
But Shane, to go a different route, I was talking to some people today at work, and the Penn State quarterback was very high on the list.
He did well.
And they were talking, like my coworkers were talking, getting him in the 2nd round. And I'm like, oh man, I guess he's as big as Big Ben. He's 6'5". Yeah. I didn't know he was that big though. So I'm not real into the college stuff like you are, but I hate to say this, but I think that they're going to take an offensive tackle due to the fact that Broderick, people are like, you're full of shit, Bubba. Right. But Broderick Jones is not going to be healthy. So they might trade up and get like the top tackle, because they have some capita and then get these receivers later on? I don't know.
The tackles they met with, Bubba.
Uh-huh.
Caden Proctor from Alabama, Chase Basantis from Texas A&M, Rashawn Benny from Michigan. He's a defensive tackle. Caden McDonald, he's a defensive tackle from Ohio State. And then Anthony Hill Jr., a linebacker from Texas. They did not meet with Rodriguez, who is my I think he would be a fantastic Steeler. Like I said last year with Cam Scatterboo, I thought this Rodriguez kid with the big mustache would be a fan favorite for the Steelers. But
so I don't know if they're going to go the offensive line this year. I feel like there's obviously a need left tackle. Mm-hmm. You know, depending on what happens to Dylan Cook, and Broderick Jones seems like his injury could be career threatening. But I do feel like they're going to go like a splash player. And I just looked into the who they met. The Steelers met with a lot of players. It's you know what really is telling though is when they do the pro days and when they they meet at the Steelers and that kind of stuff, right? Or the Steelers have like formal meetings with them, stuff like that. This is just combine stuff. But I reckon they're going to go splash player. I think it's in round one as receiver. You know what's always funny? We always talk about round one because I don't know what the fucking round number 2 is. You guys know what round pick 2 we are?
No.
Is it like just no? We always talk about round 1. There's like 11 picks.
I wish it was like 37. I know we got four picks in the top 100. So that's all I know.
Yeah. I think it's 53rd, but let me check, kids.
Yeah, but we always, because that's just the way our brain works. We're always so confused about who's going to be round 1. And for this season, like there's no outstanding guy like Najee Harris 1 year or whatever it may be, or Kenny Pickett talk. I think it may be a receiver or something like that, even like safety. Or if what Shano's saying, they've looked at all these guys that are on their radar but potentially can't get. Omar Khan's going to do something. We won't know until whatever.
He's fishing. Why would you meet with a number of not just 1 or 2 on the wish list?
All of them.
It's like someone going to walk around a car lot. They're there for a reason. If you can't afford one of the cars, what are you even doing looking? Right. These guys are looking for the marquee player, a stud receiver, a stud quarterback. They're shopping. It's just a matter of can they pay for it?
Here's something. This is what one guy I want to talk about. I know that Bubba didn't see it, but Bubba, if you did have any chance, who's this guy called Styles? Is it Styles, the linebacker? He's Joey. Yeah, it's Sonny Styles. He's meant to be an athletic freak. Okay. Shane, what's the chances of the Pittsburgh Steelers drafting up to get Styles and being a linebacker? Because even so, Queen, I don't think has his job next year. I think Queen could be on the out.
Styles is going to go in the top 10. I mean, maybe top 5.
Could they trade up? He's apparently a generational talent. That's like
they're not going to. There's no. You would have to give everything away. You would have to give God, chat, help us out. I would have to say both 3rd round picks and maybe your 2nd round pick to draft.
Oh, that's too much.
That's about what it would be.
That's too much.
So they wouldn't give away their house to Chase possibly one of the best players. I think he broke all the records in the NFL combine.
Every record. And then they have a tight end that literally
in the combine.
Yeah, he broke them all. That's what I'm saying.
No, but Bubba, it's not one record. It's like a generational talent.
But it's like the fucking Laugh Olympics. Like you're throwing darts, you're fucking running, you're hurdling. Get the pads on, catch the balls, make some tackles. Now, if this guy can make 12 tackles a game and 4 behind the line, got an interception, got 2 sacks, maybe. But, just running in a pair of shorts.
But they have the stats to go with it. It's not just Bubba. It's not potential versus versus production. It's a combination of the two. They look at both sides of the coin. It's the production they had in the Big Ten, in the SEC. It's the potential upside of that.
A lot of that potential when you draft. Every time you draft somebody, everything is a crapshoot. So I wouldn't want to give away 3 picks for one.
It takes away a lot of that. If you're investing that money, okay, and you're building a business, you're not going to do it in Tornado Alley where a guy's running a 4.7 and everyone else is running a 4.3. You want to make sure that investment has wheels and can run and can jump. There's not very many one-legged men in the NFL. Just saying.
So I just want to put it out there because this stuff kind of like my brain goes crazy when like I know the Steelers probably can't get Sonny Styles, but in that sense, it's kind of fun to think about because imagine if they did. Like I don't know the bloke from Borough Soap, he's a higher state, but when I see all these records, I saw his highlights in the combine, and that kind of stuff. 6'5", 244 pounds. The guy broke every record. It was 4.4640 dash, vertical jump 43.5 inches. Broad jump was 11 feet. Fucking hell.
11 feet broad jump. Hey, like
sign him up, get him on the team, make him the new Ryan Shazier, and we'll
he's looking for the Holy Grail and trying to be Indiana Jones. Like I don't know. I would not give away the farm. I would give away
the Steelers. Like, wouldn't it be exciting though if they did something like this? They gave away the farm.
I would love it. I would think it would be great.
No.
Why? Well, you got the best player in the draft, Bubba. It'd be the best player of the whole draft.
But you got the best player in the draft, but every other position is fucking far. It's like you're driving a Ford Festiva. Like you got an engine, a powerful engine in a Ford Festiva. Like we got no receivers. If we don't get no receivers. If we got no offensive power,
you can't make each team cannot have a well-balanced team. Not all.
No, you can't have number one receivers.
We need better offense than defense. I think nowadays, where back in the day, to me, it was all defense. Now we need to score 23 to 28 to 30 some points to keep up with everybody, and we are not an explosive.
How the league kind of works. The league kind of works. You know, a couple of years ago we talked about running back. Now that seems to be solved somewhat. And then now we talked about offensive line last few years. That's getting solved.
But if they don't sign Gainwell, we're back. We don't sign Gainwell. They're gonna have to find somebody.
I'm not too worried if they do or don't sign Gainwell. I think they'll find someone.
I thought you really.
Well, I want him to be a Steeler, but they'll fucking sign someone who's a number 4th rated running back in the free agency and bring him in, and he'll be a new Gainwell. Like it doesn't bother me too much.
If Shane says we don't have Aaron Rodgers, they won't sign Gainwell because that's not a negotiating block to bring Rodgers in.
Yeah, plus you got Johnson too behind him, and they'll probably draft someone like that. But the Steelers have been trying to fix the O-line and D-line, but they haven't got those splash players like at the middle linebacker position where Queen I think is doing okay. But if they were to go, not saying style, someone goes there. My big thing is like they need to fix safety as well. Deshaun Elliott was out, and then you have now this hole where Kyle Duggar was missing there, and they got to. I think Ramsey plays now cornerback if he stays in the slot. 2 outside linebackers play some safety. They need something at safety to me. It's all not just receiver talk and this, but I think safety needs to pick it up as well. You know, but there's always going to be holes. Like it doesn't matter which way you look at it. You could even say the quarterback position has been a hole for fucking 6 years.
Oh, it's been a big hole.
You know,
except for this past year with Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron did very well. They just didn't give him enough supporting cast. Like Aaron Rodgers was like the main cast at a fucking Broadway play, and there was no other people, so he was out there acting, singing, and there was nobody around him. Like nobody. Metcalf would go take off and argue with a fan. Like he wasn't even. I don't even know how that happened. And I talked to a guy that works in security, and he's like, Bubba, that should never, ever happen. Yeah. He works security for the Steelers. He's like, and Super Bowl. And he's like, Bubba, that should never, ever happen.
Well, he knew him from previous experience. So in the back of your mind, you probably want to go ahead and go punch the guy in the head. And that happened. Look, Metcalf, that was something out of order. But I'm not a
big DK fan now, as more as I was back in the day. Like before, when we traded for him, I was like, yeah, he got that big touchdown in Ireland. Yeah. But he just is not the horse that I want to bet on in a race.
They definitely do need receivers around him. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to draft a receiver, one or two, and they'll get a receiver in the free agent period. But still thinking with Shane's line of thought, right? So Shane, you're pretty much saying with these 2 roads, is one road Aaron Rodgers and go and get these free agents and build a team?
Yeah.
And is the other road drafting up to get a quarterback or drafting up to get a high price receiver, and then you figure it out? Is that right?
Pretty much. Those are the 2. And that's obvious. It's like Shane, Captain Obvious there. No, literally, Aaron has this is reported on 2 different news sources. He's basically telling the Steelers, guys, get your shit together, get me someone to throw to, or I'm just going to pack it in.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't disagree with him like that because they didn't help him, and it just made it worse. And the AFC last year was the weakest that we've ever seen it, and we could have capitalized, and we didn't. The Chiefs weren't even in the playoffs. Right there was a win for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No Chiefs, no Ravens, no Bills. It was fun though beating the Ravens in that last game. That was still great. But yes, it was the weakest we've seen it without Mahomes, without Bills, without these guys in the playoffs, and then these teams might reload and go after it now again, right? So I don't mind if the Steelers go and draft. Sorry, if they sign Aaron Rodgers for one more year, but they need a backup plan behind him. If that is Will Howard or this whatever, storyline with him McCarthy could be quite fun. But if you go that route, you got to fucking get him weapons and get him like receivers and help on offensive line, and they could win 10 games, 11 games again, But I don't know. This is the one of the drafts that I legit. It seems like every year I cannot figure out who's going to go where.
Aaron Rodgers is like the hot girl with the ugliest friends. So, and the ugliest friends is the Steelers receivers that he had or didn't have. But Aaron Rodgers was glamorous and good looking. And that is a crazy analogy, but he had 4 ugly receivers, ugly friends, and everybody was just liking Aaron Rodgers.
Well, the only one on the roster now is Ben Skoranek and DK Metcalf. All the other guys are free agents.
Well, Roman Wilson.
True. Well, I forgot about him because the Steelers forget about him a lot as well. But Calvin Austin hasn't been reported to looking to sign back, which is that may be his time.
And he might not get that much money either, and Steelers might get him on a bargain deal or something, as a 5th receiver or something. If they sign a name receiver in free agency, then we will know that Aaron Rodgers will come back. 50-50.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's go into some of the free agents. I'm here on the Steelers Now website. I'm going to put some names out. Here it is. Wait a minute. Was it the Steelers? No, sorry, the ESPN website. Top 100 free agent names, right? Obviously, we don't need them all for our positions like Trey Hendrickson, edge. He didn't sign his thing with the Bengals. So it looks like the Bengals are probably going to lose him. Tyler Lindenbaum is the center. He's number 2. But we don't need that. We don't need edge. But it comes down to number 4, and we've talked about this guy a fair bit. Alec Pierce, receiver. He's 26. He's 6'3", 211 pounds. He played for the Colts. He's a possibility.
Did they make him did they franchise him? Because everybody had to be franchised by 4:00. So he's going to be asking for a pretty penny then.
No, he's a free agent with via the Colts. He's
okay. They didn't put a tag on him at 4:00.
No, vertical threat, which I think he needs someone besides, needs some help besides DK Metcalf. The Steelers need someone. They have to make a splash play to get a receiver. He's one of them there. I don't know who the other bloke was.
I would take him if we could get him if we could get him. I would take him.
The other guy was Romeo Dobbs. So Green Bay Packers, 26 receiver. Maybe connection with no, probably not McCarthy because he wasn't there at the same time. And the other guy was Rashid Shaheed, receiver from the Seattle Seahawks, and Jawan Jennings. But what are your thoughts, fellas, on those receivers? Like they need someone. The next week, this time when it opens up, they've got to go and hire a receiver. They have to.
You're talking $200 million and just paying 2 receivers if you go for some of those names.
Fair point. That's a fair point. We turn into the Bengals.
What's that guy you like from Minnesota, Mark?
Nayland. Is it Naylor? Jalen. I can't remember his name.
Nalier.
Yeah. I think he's a free agent as well. Jalen Naylor. Speedy dude as well. He's quite young. Number 83 for them. So he says he was a receiver number 3. But they just need to bring in something because you can't go into the draft with no one.
Right.
Like just what?
They have to
Fucking
try to get Alex. They got to try. Just try. I didn't say get him, but try to see what you can do. And that's all. You know.
Yeah, if they go on the draft with like not trying to pick up any receiver, that's a worrying time. I don't think they're going to be connected to Tyreek Hill and shit like that. That makes no sense. Even to me, like Mike Evans might be over the hump. Deebo Samuel, it could be an interesting name if they go that route, but he's been like injured quite a bit. You know, Tutu Atwell, a smaller dude from the Rams. There's a few guys like that. You know,
Goody Goose has a good one there. Zachary Branch from Georgia, or Dylan Thieneman. Thieneman is just, he did so well in the combine. Though he's not. We'd really have to trade up for some of those names. But
you know that last bloke there, Concepcion, right? I always think like Concepticons. What is it? The fucking
Decepticons, Transformers.
More than meets the eye.
Yeah. What a name.
Autobots roll out.
So this time next week, fellas, what's the big move? What are they going to do? They have to do something.
They better sign some people. Some Steelers they're probably going to lose Isaacs. They're going to lose the guard.
You reckon?
They probably will lose Gainwell, like you just said.
Gainwell, I think they may lose him. I think he might go find other teams. But Simo, I don't know.
Did they restructure some contracts that are paying big to be do they trade somebody? I don't know. It's a totally different ballgame.
It starts next Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, but there's like these 2 days of like muck around, fuck around, like, you know, Chinese whispers over the phone, we're going to sign you. So it really starts on Monday. This time next week, we'll start.
It's already started. We just haven't heard nothing because people are probably calling on the phones and texting. They're just holding off, probably.
Yeah. Well, you know, some of these guys like Gainwell are probably, and has every reason to. You're using this as leverage. This last season's success as leverage to get yourself a good second or third contract.
But also too with Gainwell, he had a lot of check down passes because Rodgers didn't have the receivers, and that's why his productivity rose up a little bit. So he has to realize that too. If he realizes that.
So there's one name, and the reason why I know his name a little bit because I used to play him on Madden, and I started watching his highlights. And you fellas may not know who this is, but the Steelers may look into this guy, a guy called Greg Dortch. He's been in the NFL like 4 or 5 years. He plays with the Cardinals, but he's kind of like a Calvin Austin. Like he's tiny. He's a free agent now as well, but he'd be one of those players that wouldn't cost $1 million. They'd sign him for a 2-year contract or whatever it is. He's 20. Yeah, he's played with the Cardinals. He's 28
the Cardinals
years of age.
Are just taking everybody's leaving the Cardinals, and I don't.
100%.
I don't want Kyler Murray coming.
Why would you want to play there? But yeah, he's been there with the Cardinals for five years. Stat wise, he's had almost like 30, 40 catches a game. You know, Steelers need something at least like that. They need someone who's had like 45, 50 catches a game and then feeding the offense. Like what they had the last few years was two teamers, really. Was Skoranek and nothing against them. Skoranek and Scotty Miller, you know, and Calvin Austin involved in the mix. Is there any other names you guys can think of in receivers they're going to try and target?
As far as free agents, I've been burnt so many times with the Steelers with wishing in one hand, shit in the other, and clapping and getting shit all over my face. I can't get excited. So it's just whatever happens. I can only get excited about the draft because the Steelers have to select someone with the 21st pick or trade up. Or they have to select. I mean, they have to make a move. The only thing that I'm concerned about is we're sitting here in a week, and the Steelers have done nothing but sit on their hands, and we've lost.
All smoke screens. So Khan's got to be in the war room for the next 3 weeks, just trying to get some people, because once the good stuff is off, once the icing's off the cake's not that good if everybody ate the icing.
You're saying they need to be aggressive more.
They have to be aggressive because they're in that division. They can't sit back. And if like what Shane said about Aaron Rodgers, if he's like, hey guys, if you ain't fucking signing fucking people to help me fucking win, I'm out of here. And then he will go to Minnesota because Minnesota's got some receivers, and all he's got to do is light them up. and that could happen too. And nothing against Aaron Rodgers if he does, but I just need to sign somebody. And I would say Omar Khan, try to get Pierce. Try. Just, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know what I mean? But if he doesn't want to come to Pittsburgh because there's no quarterback, why, you know what I mean? That's another reason too.
Now, there's some other news too I want to bring up, and this I think we're all in agreement that we hope the fuck not this does not happen. And also that Christine has been talking about Murray in the chat a fair bit. Now, this news is coming out today that the Cardinals and Kyler Murray are releasing him.
No.
Fellas, I think we're all in agreement.
No.
Fuck. No.
He can't see over the line.
He can't see over the line.
No.
No offense, Kyler Murray. I don't think he fits what the Steelers want to do. If you want to get a franchise quarterback, it obviously didn't work with the Cardinals for the 5 years there. I don't think he's going to be the fix for the Steelers in that sense. But there are links that the Steelers are connected to Kyler Murray. But I just saw a tweet out there as well in the old Twitterverse, and this is a crazy man. Ryan Clark has lost his head.
He's crazy.
What he says. He says, Ryan Clark says here, if Murray was a QB of the Ravens, we'd have much more confidence in them. That is absolutely crazy. Ryan Clark is stupid.
Too many shots to the head, dude.
Yeah. The best chance for the way the offense works with the Ravens is Lamar Jackson. Even though they haven't gone too far, we don't want them to win.
We're better off playing against Lamar because the Steelers are Lamar's kryptonite.
Yeah, 100%. But he's saying that Kyler Murray would play a better offense in that for the Ravens than Lamar Jackson would, which is no sense. You know, Lamar Jackson hasn't won too many playoff games either, but I would say that Kyler Murray is not a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a shit times better quarterback than him.
Yeah.
So Ryan Clark is off his head. This is the moment now where teams are, offloading quarterbacks and getting rid of players and this and that. Someone in the chat before said James Conner was moving on to the Cardinals. It seems like everyone's going from the Cardinals.
I like Conner, James Conner.
Yeah,
I mean, that fumble at Cleveland pissed me off, but
yeah,
I mean, he did very, very well at Arizona.
But there's no chance that we get anyone like this, right, connected to us. There's no way, right?
I hope not.
Okay. I wanted to sort that out because I think I would rather, I take bigger shits and.
I know I do.
Yeah, but this is a time where everyone's, they're given these players obviously hasn't worked out with the Cardinals. They'll go a different direction. So maybe the Cardinals will pick up a quarterback. Kyler Murray could go to, where would he land? Like maybe
Cleveland.
The Jets? Cleveland.
What are they got?
Jets. I see the Jets.
Yeah, something like that, like the Jets or something. Because they do the whole thing with Fields too. Like nothing against Fields, right? But they put all that money in the Fields. How'd that work out?
Nothing.
Didn't work out. You know what I mean? There's all the $30 million for Fields is going to be
swimming in money. He's swimming in money. He didn't do a damn thing last year.
Yeah, he's like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
Yep. It's funny how these things work out for the bad teams. Always continue to be bad. And I think the Steelers are now. We just continue to be standard, and we want to rise above that standard. So they have to be somewhat, aggressive in the push for free agency. Right, we're on agreement there. No Kyler Murray. That won't happen.
No.
I don't even want to read a fucking article or a sports Jerry chat about it. Jack Sperry chat about fucking.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Could there be a chance?
If someone gives us, if we get 5,000 more donations, we're going to get Kyler Murray jersey. Fuck off.
No. Another big thing I want to talk about too as well was my thumbnail is this bloke's hair. How good. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but he just says
that's
football,
a wig, right?
I talked to a barber one time. He said cutting redheads and blonde people's hair is really tough. And look at how that's just feathered so nice. There's no steps in it.
He looks like one of the guys from How to Train Your Dragon.
He looks like remember O'Doyle Rules from
O'Doyle Rules.
He looks like one of the O'Doyle Rules brothers.
He didn't even put his hair in a ponytail for these fucking drills. He just let it flow.
He has
and
to
his
be
mustache. Look at his mustache.
Yeah.
Like
if you were if Alien dropped down into the earth, right? and it was talking to an American, and it said, well, "How do you represent? What represents football?" You'd show him that picture. You go,
Oh,
"That
God.
guy."
He does have
That guy.
He does have short arms. Look at that.
Yeah, little T-Rex arms. You
Oh,
know, I don't know what he plays, but he's been the talk of the town as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
You know,
Just look at his name, Jennings.
there was
Thompson.
another guy talk of the town. I think the Steelers were kind of connected to him maybe round 2. Someone Hunter. He was been a bit of a in the draft, the combine. Do you watch any of the combine, Shane?
Yeah, I watched the highlights because there's too many guys that were killing it this year.
What's his name? Everyone knows the guy named Hunter. He was being a bit of a goofball on the sidelines, but he's predicted to go like around day 2 prospect. And Steelers, look, Cameron Hayward, don't know what's happening, but you still need to fill up the D-line room as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember his full name, though. If someone in the chat can... Lee Hunter was his name. He was the other guy.
Sounds like a spy.
Yeah.
Better name would be MILF Hunter.
Ooh. Then we'd hire him. Sundays would be rocking at Heinz Field.
That'd be the best jersey.
Yep.
Hey?
What would a number be? What would a number be on his jersey?
Either 0 or 69.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Well, there's a few guys like that in the combine. You know, they do all the drills, and I didn't watch as much as I wanted to, because it's now almost like past it. But I watched as many drills as I could. Yeah, I tried watching.
Yeah,
I just not a huge fan. The 40's fun, kinda, but I like all the other drills, the change direction stuff, all that kind of shit. Moving the big fellas, moving, yeah, that kind of stuff where they're going for the things and making the catches. I didn't even see the quarterbacks play. Shane, did you see the quarterbacks throw?
Just thinking if you're doing play-by-play for a receiver, the quarterback's over here, then he's over here. Wait, he's over. Like they catch the ball in different. Anyways,
did you watch the quarterbacks throw? I didn't watch them throw yet.
Yeah, they were bombing it. Drew Aller looked pretty good. Now here's the thing: he choked a lot of big games at Penn State. He couldn't win any big games. So
he broke it. What did he break?
You want winners, okay? He really played like shit in a couple of these marquee matchups.
Okay. Got a question for you then. Do you think the NFL media builds them up to build up the draft?
Yeah, they do. They do more marketing now, but here's the thing that helps them. They can do that with the quarterbacks only because all the other guys around there, their numbers are better. They just look faster.
And there's no quarterbacks that people are talking about except for the number 1 quarterback from Indiana. So they need these other quarterbacks. Ooh, we need to get some talk in. Now, I heard he had an arm, and I didn't know he was that tall, 6'5". And I heard he's quicker. I heard he's quicker than Big Ben.
Yes, a lot quicker.
Okay.
Well, there's no storylines like last year with Sanders and that. Like he took over talk of the town, right?
Oh, fuck him.
Well, that's because of the media train being Deion Sanders, and they're just they blow sunshine up all the media's buttholes, so that you're just like.
Well, Sanders would be their starter because he's got the Pro Bowl. So going into Cleveland, Sanders would be their starter at quarterback now.
Who was
which is good for us.
Who was the number 1 pick last year?
Oh, Jesus.
Was it Cam Ward? Was that him? Cam Ward?
Cam Ward.
Yeah, no one talked about Cam Ward. They all talked about Sanders, right? So, but it looks like the Titans have. Oh, by the way, they changed their logo and all that kind of stuff. You know.
Oh, they did.
So, Cam Ward was number 1 last year. He had an average season. Travis Hunter, I think he had also like average season too. Going back to the draft
I think Jackson Dart probably had. If he wouldn't have got hurt, probably would have been the best rookie quarterback last year.
Absolutely.
But he can't run. He can't run like that, and he can't be taking. Well,
him and Scadaboo like to initiate contact. They like
they need to knock that off so they can have some sign of success in the NFL.
But I thought we had a pretty good show for all of the shit that's not happening.
Nothing's happening, and we still talk about it a lot.
It's nothing.
Well, on our thumbnail, remember the Johnny Carson? Remember Johnny Carson back when we were kids, Shane? He had the envelope.
Great Kreskin.
Well, that was our thumbnail because I don't know what the heck to talk about. So we don't know what the Steelers are going to do, and it's just like open an envelope, Johnny Carson.
Well, now it's becoming the exciting time. It's the off season's going in. You're getting ready with the new players and new direction, all that kind of stuff.
So now we can do drafts, mock drafts now.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll do like maybe 1 this year. I don't know. I prefer just talking about the players and if they will not trying to pick where they go, just trying to figure out if they fit the system and stuff like that. But yeah, for the last 10 minutes, guys, put in some questions, put in some comments, and we'll bring him up because Toddy says, "Who is this Roman Wilson?" That's exactly
He's a
right.
guy. He's a receiver from Michigan.
They don't use him.
Little small guy. He's in the Tomlin doghouse.
Yeah. But put some question in the chat for Shano and Bubba. Anything about the draft as well.
Tomlin. See, I mean, it's not even like 19 years of talking about Tomlin, and now it's just
Tomlin
like,
who?
Yeah, a whole new era.
It's a whole different.
We don't know what like Omar Khan's got connections and stuff like that. We know we might be able to think about what may happen, but the Mike McCarthy new regime, we don't know. No. You know, and until they figure that Aaron Rodgers thing out or next week, they may let Gainwell, he might not sign him back. They may go and sign a receiver or something like that. We don't know. There's reports out there too that Freiermuth was looked into 6 times and they said no.
Thank God.
They want to keep. They got to use him though. They got to use him. I'm just gonna say, is he overrated? Is Freiermuth overrated? Shane's like,
I think he's been underutilized due to the fact is they don't throw to him as much as they should. I think when McCarthy was coaching Dallas, the tight end Ferguson was used a lot more, I believe, than Freiermuth. And I don't know what the connection between Rodgers and Freiermuth was, only in the Cincinnati games and not in the middle of the field, which I don't know because I'm not there.
He doesn't seem to be one of those big tight ends that we're all, like the up-and-coming tight ends. He just seems – I think what we do as Steelers fans – I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying he's not a great player.
He's not a Heath Miller.
We always – exactly right. We connect to Heath Miller. We give him the move chant, and then we think, oh, he's the guy number one. When in reality, maybe Darnell's the better tight end at that position than Freiermuth is.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Maybe Darnell has the spectacular tight end catching plays than Freiermuth has. And Jonnu Smith just didn't want to come to Pittsburgh in the first place, and it showed. So
one of the weakest areas I find is Freiermuth. He tends to fall down way too easy on contact. Like he catches the ball and then he falls down. Like that's what I see. In the NFL. Everyone's going to say, Mark hates Freiermuth. I don't hate Freiermuth, but that's what I see. In the NFL free agents, there's another guy there from the Ravens, Isaiah Likely. If the Steelers would get someone like him, he'd definitely help out the team for sure. He's one of their best players on the Ravens. So, I don't know. This Freiermuth thing is when the story was that 6 people came for a trade.
You think they don't? No. You don't think the Ravens won't sign Likely? I think
they should.
I think they should because Mark Andrews is not as good as he once was,
He's their best, one of their best players on the fucking team is Likely, the receivers. He always burns us. He's a great player. Got a comment here. Calf says, I hope Gainwell comes back. Remember that catch? It was an insane catch, the one where he fell over and caught off the ground. Yeah, Gainwell will be fantastic to come back. I hope he does, but we'll see if he wants bigger money.
Someone in the chat asked about the number 1 pick for the Steelers, and I think it's going to be Denzel Boston. So
receiver. I've heard that too as well, actually.
I think it's going to be a tackle.
I
want to say this because then I'll be overly joyed when we get a receiver.
I think it's going to be a receiver or safety at that position. I think I think Denzel Boston, I think I've heard reports if he's like the 4th best receiver out of, until they play as well, you don't know, but he's like the 3rd or 4th best one. If he falls to them, get a receiver, get things moving. So I'd probably say, I don't know who they should draft, but I'm going to say receiver or something like that. Bubba, you say tackle?
I say tackle due to the fact that Broderick Jones, unless they sign a free agent tackle next week, or if they sign that safety from Chicago that I saw that we're aligned with every free agent known to mankind. So it all depends on it all depends on what deals and how much money it's going to be worth and what Omar Khan can do to strengthen the Steelers and talk and have Highsmith. Well, the first thing they need to do, they need to fucking get Boz in there and say, hey, Boz, let's get a contract set up and let's get you
signed. I agree.
Yeah, let's get this done. Let's get this done. TJ, let's renegotiate your contract a little bit. Give us a little bit of cap room, a little bit of room. You and Highsmith give us a little bit so we can get something.
Boswell is definitely a key one to sign up as well. Jerry says, if Ciamalo leaves, maybe look at the PSU guard at 21. Can't type his long name.
He looked good in the combine, really fast.
Yeah. I can't believe that. That's why I like watching the combine stuff because they're so fucking athletic, aren't they? What you fellas eating over there? That American grade beef, mate. Something's going on. These are all like jacked up.
It's yellow dye and red dye. It's the shit that
in the 70s, the offensive lineman was 235 pounds. Now the offensive lineman is 335 pounds.
And everyone's all like 6'6", 6'7". Wasn't there a fucking was it a quarterback, Shane, or a receiver who was 6'7", who ran a really fast? I can't remember. Was it big?
There was a tight end. There's a tight end that ran a 4.67. It was the fastest ever for a tight end. So
yeah, wasn't the fastest. They broke all the numbers, right? This combine apparently is one of the most athletic classes.
Crazy. It almost looked almost like baseball '98, where they said the ball was juiced.
I remember that.
What up, 46? What did we miss? Not too much. Just talked pretty much about combine, draft, and free agent, getting ourselves ready.
You missed a lot. We talked a lot.
Yeah, go back and watch it.
Yes, a lot.
Who's Vega? Who's this guy? Vega. I mean, Vega the first. Is Vega a receiver? No.
I don't know.
He must be. I bet you he's a guard. Maybe he's a guard.
Yeah. I just learn each and every day when I read things, I learn more and more about them. Wish I had time to dive into everything, but it's really, really tough.
Time? What's time? There's not enough time in a day. What's time?
Guard, yeah.
Who's Lemon? Lemon's the other receiver?
I couldn't remember if it was guard or tackle. What Vega?
Okay. Yeah, right.
Lemon is a receiver from USC.
There's a lot of players.
And Oregon is tight end. Oregon tight end shattered that record.
That's the kid. That's the kid. He transferred from Purdue, went to Oregon last year, and he looks like $1 million.
Oh, all these different colleges must have some of the best programs in athletics in the fucking world
because their weight room is awesome compared to Pitt's weight room.
Their facilities
are good.
I showed the facilities on the last show, and I don't know if you want me to show them now, but my God, they make the Steelers facilities look like a train station restroom.
Yeah.
I went and did the Heinz tour, and you go into the college side, and all the college Pitt locker rooms heaps better than the Steelers. All the money's gone into their locker rooms heaps good. They're
but individual chairs it can't hold a candle to. There's probably 40 colleges that have better facilities in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying, like the program you guys have for America, like so different to not shitting on my NRL, but like the way you guys have your athletic rooms and your trainers and doctors and this and dietitians and this and this, it's hard for them not to be jacked up and fucking athletic out there, like it's in it now. What Bubba says, put on pads and we'll see what happens.
That's what I want to see. You could be a great juggler, but I mean, if you're not juggling chainsaws, you're no good to me. You know what I mean?
You want chainsaws like ripped along?
Well, yeah. If they're how jugglers, the juggling, they get like a couple balls, 3 balls, and they start juggling fucking chainsaws. Then we got something here.
Yeah, definitely. All right, fellas, that's about our show today. It was a great show talking combine, NFL draft, and free agent Steelers talk. As we get things moving, I think next week will be, it's the Monday, isn't it? Free agent tampering side as your Monday. So I might even go live and invite you guys on or whatever, vice versa, to see what happens and just talk about who we get. I think it's next Monday. He's like the 2 days, like 48 hours before is when all the news comes out and shit like that. So 100%. Yes, draft party still happening.
Yeah,
110%. It is the Benjamin Franklin's Tap Room and Grill. If you type it into Google, you'll find out the directions and what suburb is it again, guys? I forget.
It's just north of Pittsburgh, between Butler and Newcastle. Now, Carth, are you coming?
40 minutes from Heinz Field. There's plenty of parking. There's they had an appetizer and dessert menu and beer menu and the
24 drafts, 30 drafts. It's amazing.
Yeah. They had burgers, they had chicken steak salads, rack of ribs, appetizers. They had dinners. They had wings. The food
Carth was there the other day, so Carth knows where it's at.
Oh, cool.
There you go. Cool,
you're a regular. He's probably been there like
save us a
Hart gets
seat,
around.
Garth.
He's in Indiana, PA. He's off of 420.
They got beer.
Driving
Do
422.
they have
Yeah.
beer? Do they have beer? Didn't you have an
Uh-oh.
icy light over that way, Bubba?
I did. I had one icy light because I was driving. I don't. My Bronco's not inspected yet. I'm driving around with.
I have a car like that
think,
too.
yeah,
I think Steely McBeam's picking me up from the airport.
Hey guys,
Or the hot dog's getting me.
the hot dog might be picking you up. Hey Mark, from Australia. This is Steely.
If they lose my fucking luggage again, I'm gonna be pissed.
Make sure you got tank tops because it's going to be sunny out there.
Yeah, I'm going. That's not. No, it's not cold anymore. What's going on? Is it like
It's cold?
Nice?
It was icy this morning.
Okay, so it's getting better though, right? During
Getting
April,
better. It'll be in the 60s here in
It'll
a
be
couple
good.
days.
It'll be good.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be 73 Saturday.
Yeah, if they fucking lose my luggage again, I'll be pissed. I'll be so pissed.
Yeah.
Like how do you, they didn't even leave. It didn't leave. I left city. My luggage didn't. How's that?
Ooh.
Hey?
I don't know if they have
75.
Foster's on tap. I don't know.
I tried Foster's
Nobody.
Ireland, and my first time ever having it was in Ireland. It was shit house. It's so terrible.
It's really bad. It's really
tastes
bad.
I haven't had a draft beer in probably fucking 15 or I haven't had draft beer in such a long time. I drink
It has to be 15 years for me. Yeah.
Over 15. Oh, I used to drink when I worked at the Rose Inn. We made him get Iron City on draft with a keg, and we drank fucking Iron. Oh yeah, baby. If you're gonna do it, you got to do it right. Iron City
steak with salad fries. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, they have that.
They had it.
They have that there. Looks good.
Not getting any
so
steak salad.
we'll get out of there because we're getting ready to prep up, and we're going to promote it more and more. And yeah, it's going to be pretty much like this, but you guys are there. We'll have a chair. We'll be podcasting all the time. Have a great time. Steelers were the first time in Pittsburgh ever. So it's going to be crazy. It's been a long, thanks, Chloe, for that. 18 months. Yeah, for the memberships. It's insane. 100%. Corey from Melbourne. Oh, that's right. Corey from Melbourne is coming on this show this Sunday. So he'll be doing G'day Steelers Nation with me. A lot of you guys out there enjoyed Sam, the other Aussie, who's the Seattle Seahawks fan, Sam.
Oh,
so
you got the fabulous Australian Freebirds. There's like three of you.
What's that?
That's a Freebird. Well, let me tell you, Mark. The
Fabulous
fabulous Freebirds are a tag team out of Atlanta, Georgia. Michael P.S. Hayes, purely sexy. Buddy Jack Roberts and Terry.
I probably know about my school. Then were they like back in the old school?
The 80s. Yeah, old school. Yeah, they were on Highlander, the movie Highlander.
Raw.
Oh, I got you. Okay, like that. Oh, dude. Wait, let me bring this up. What is wait, dude? I do. Was that in the 80s?
I'm bringing name tapes for everyone too.
Yeah, names would be great. And you can either use your YouTube name or you can use your.
I'm not bringing. Do I have to put a name thing on? I think.
No, we know who Bubba is.
Oh, well, some people don't.
Yeah, were they back in the 80s, Bubba? These Freebirds? Where were
they? The Freebirds. Yep, the 80s.
These blokes. Hang on a minute. Wait, it's like spot the difference. This bloke here, these blokes.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, look at the hair on that dude.
Very Bam Corey. They were good, man. They fought the Von Erichs down in World Class Championship Wrestling.
Yeah,
PSAs turned on the Von Erichs.
That's crazy.
Yep,
old school wrestling is fun, eh? The best part to the old school wrestling is I don't remember when I was a kid who won, so
doesn't matter.
I chuck it on, and it's I'll
tell you what.
New match.
After seeing that ball of testosterone, I might have to get a second vasectomy.
Yeah. Hey, Ben. Hey, man. They were great, man. Look at blonde Michael P.S. Hayes. P.S.
Look at that chest hair over on the right hand side.
Chest hair so gross.
Fucking hell.
It's so splotchy.
Buddy was the oldest one, the short one in the back.
There's some big dudes. You can make them offensive linemen.
2 out of 3 passed away. Michael P.S. Hayes works for WWE as one of the bookers.
Yeah, right.
Great, guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Yeah. Shout out to the
Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. You can watch it on YouTube. He was a singer too. They sang the song. They sang their own entrance song. First time ever in professional wrestling history.
Really?
Yeah.
Love talking Old school wrestling. It's awesome. Thanks, Rogu. Check out the other last hour. See you guys later. Thanks, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
See you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. on
9
Steelers
p.m.
Night Podcast. And fellas, we're getting closer and closer and fucking closer to the draft. And we're getting closer to our team getting formed for 2026. Thanks, Bubba. Thanks, Shane. See you guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Let's get out of here. I'll see you guys later. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.